What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video in which I sit in front of a camera and speak to you for 10 to 15 minutes. That's a guess of that time. I hope it's between that time. But anyway, as you can tell by the title of the video, we are going to have a chat about creatine. Now, in my opinion, and in quite a lot of people's opinions, creatine is probably the best supplement on the market. And by probably, I mean is, like, obviously some people might argue it's not, but like, it is. So I'm basically going to tell you why I think you should be taking creatine, and this is regardless of goal, like sport, fitness level, experience in sport, if you ever do sport at all, because to be fair, there's some points I'm going to tell you, and there's reasons why I would take it even if I stopped doing exercise, stopped doing fitness altogether, and was just something else completely in life. I would still take it. There are still benefits. You'll find out them further in the video. But yeah, I'm just going to tell you basically what it is, why you should take it, when you should take it, how you should take it, how much you should be taking, all of the above. So then by the time you finish this video, you either have a better idea or an idea of creatine and why you should take it. I wouldn't say why you shouldn't, but there isn't really any side effects or negatives to taking creatine. No matter what anyone says, there isn't any that we know of at the minute anyway. Without further ado, let's get into the start of it. So this first point is basically, what is creatine? Now this might get a little sciencey. I'm going to try and keep it as sort of least sciencey as possible, but I've got to kind of go into a little bit just to explain what it actually is. So basically, we already have creatine in us. You right now have creatine in you. Okay, so let me go with, there's ATP in your body. Now ATP is adenosine triphosphate. And it basically, you can think of it as like your currency, your energy currency. So you've got to spend ATP to be able to move and have energy. So when ATP is used, it becomes ADP, which adenosine diphosphate. So you obviously got tri and di. So 3 and 2. When you get to adenosine diphosphate, so ADP, so there's only 2 phosphate molecules, we need a third to resynthesize, so get back ADP into ATP so that we can use it for energy and stand up off a sofa. To do this, we need phosphocreatine stores to be filled, maximized. We'll go with maximized. I like that word better. So when we have more creatine in us, we can use the phosphagen from the phosphocreatine to donate it basically over to the ADP, so then it can get 3 of them, meaning it's back to ATP, and that cycle continues. Now, the rate at which we can resynthesize ADP into ATP, so effectively the quicker we can get our energy currency back, the faster we can use it, the more we can use it, and then the better we can perform. So this is used mainly in high intensity or short duration events, activities, exercises. So let's just say you got 100-meter sprints, 3 reps on a bench press, 3 reps on a squat, jumping, plyometrics, all of that sort. Big high intensity efforts in like team sports as well. So obviously you're jumping, tackle if it's a rugby, just generally sprinting to the ball in whatever sport, whatever. So we use ATP in these efforts. So the quicker we can resynthesize, get the ATP back, we can then perform these high intensity efforts more often and for a longer duration. And we can then enhance this by taking in more creatine than we already have, so we saturate our stores more, meaning there's more to use up at one time. So example could be if you had 2 guys doing 6 sets of 100-meter sprints. One guy takes creatine, one guy doesn't. The guy who doesn't might fade off on the 4th sprint. The guy who does may fade off on the last and 6th final sprint. So he's able to hold a higher level of intensity for a longer time, meaning he performs better than the guy who didn't. And then performance better gets more out of training. If it's an actual event where you're performing, you're better, you do better. But if it's just training, you perform better, get better from that, get better adaptations, meaning down the line you are going to go and perform better in your event, sport, whatever. So that's kind of the main sciencey stuff, and like what it is, it basically just helps us get more energy. Like ATP is used our energy. Taking in more creatine allows us to have more ATP, meaning we can do more for longer. So that's kind of like the sciencey stuff out. But as well, one thing it does is it boosts formation of proteins, which are forming new muscle fibers. So in terms of if you're looking to put on size, then you want to have as much protein formation as possible to repair the damaged muscles that you've got. Also, just general recovery from training, you want that to be happening. So taking in more creatine will make that happen more so, meaning you recover faster, get more adaptations quicker, etc, etc. Also, speaking of like muscle size and like gain, so hypertrophy, there's a hormone called IGF-1 or IGF-1. Creatine promotes that, which is basically a growth hormone inside us that promotes like increase in muscle size. Taking in more creatine means there's more promotion of this hormone, meaning there's an increased chance of you putting on more size. Obviously, like, it's not gonna, like, you're gonna take it and you're gonna get massive straight away. That's not gonna happen. It's just, it helps with the process and can promote it to make it a little bit more beneficial. If you didn't take it, you might not get as much out of it than if you did. So that's kind of the sciencey stuff out of the way. It's kind of what it is. Now, why you should take it? Well, I've kind of just given you a lot of reasons anyway. You get more energy. If you're looking to increase size, like, it can help. Like, if you're looking to recover quicker from training or recover quicker for an event or whatever, it can help that as well. And also, when you're like, if you have a cold, so at the minute I've got a little bit of a cold, even if you like weren't on training and you had like a week off, always take creatine because it helps maintain just natural stuff going on in the body. So the formation of proteins, for example, repair damage, it can just help you recover faster from like small colds and stuff as well, just because it helps the body run effectively. Okay, there are no negatives to taking creatine. There are no downsides. So in the worst case, if you finish this video, you're watching this thing, why would I take it? Like, I don't want that, I don't want this, like, I wouldn't take it. There's actually no negatives to taking creatine. So, like, taking it doesn't actually mean you're not going to get anything from it. There can be people who are like non-responders as like anything, but you don't know that, to be fair. So, like, even if it's just a placebo effect, it's done its job in a way. But, like, more often than not, you won't be a non-responder. You will respond to it. You don't notice stuff straight away. Like, you won't take it the next day. You think, absolutely amazing. Like, it don't work like that. So, like, how you would take creatine. So, there are two, in a way, ways you can do it. I've never done something. Let me just go for it first. There's a loading phase where you take 20 grams a day for 5 days, 5 to 7 days, in, like, fives, like 4 times a day, or you can just take it, if you're a maniac, just take all 20 together. And then after that first week, you just take 5 grams a day, therefore after forever until you die. Or you can just take 5 grams a day from the off. Like, that's what I did. I've never actually loaded creatine, like, fair. I've only really done it, taken it once, because I've never come off it. There's no need to cycle off creatine. Some people say, oh, do 6 weeks, have a week off and go back. There's literally no difference. Or like, it doesn't do anything magical like that. Like, once your creatine stores are saturated, they're saturated. So in terms of like which method you should do what you want. Like, it's been shown in studies that after a month, no matter how you started off taking it, your creatine levels in the body are the exact same. Like, you can only hold so much and it can only saturate so much. So taking that 20 grams of that loading phase just gets you saturated quicker, where just doing after a month, like, regardless if you did the 20 grams a day for a week or just started off 5, then you're going to have the same levels. So I just did the 5 because I don't want to go through it as quick. Basically, save some money. And the thing is, it's not expensive. Like, it's cheap as anything. Like, some companies sell it, like, really expensive. And I'm looking at it, why? Like, it's just creatine. Like, some company, like, I get mine from My Protein, and it's, like, cheap as anything. Mine was, like, 8 to 10 quid for, like, a kilo of creatine. And I only take 5 grams a day. So, like, you can do the maths on that, but that's, like, 200 and something days, like 240 odd days or so, that I won't have to buy another bag for. Like, again, it's, like, inexpensive. There's no side effects. Just, why aren't you taking it, basically? Ask yourself this, why now? Why are you not taking it? And I've sold this to you very well, to be fair. So, like, okay, one negative. It's not a negative at all. It's not a real negative. It's one negative people always say. They're like, when I should cut, or when I want to lean out or lose weight, I should stop taking creatine. No. Like, do you have any reasoning for that? They're like, oh yeah, it makes you retain water. Right, if you actually learn, water retention from creatine happens within the muscles. So if anything, it makes you look bigger, it makes you look fuller, it makes you look better. It is not water on your skin. When you say, oh, I'm feeling watery today, you're not. You're not what you think. You don't understand what you're doing. It happens within the muscles, therefore, it's not on the surface. So when you lean out, if you stop taking creatine, you're probably just doing yourself a disadvantage, because now you're not getting any benefits from creatine, and you probably don't look any different, if not worse, than you would if you took creatine. So yeah, that's all I've got to say on water retention. It's not what you think. You don't need to not take it. If some people take it, like professional bodybuilders who are getting down to like 4% body fat or so, then it kind of, in a way, it could make sense, because they don't want any added water. Or if you're like making a weight for a sport. But if you're the general population, and most people, don't worry about it. Just take it. Just carry on taking it. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. In terms of like when you take it, it don't really matter as long as you take it daily. I take it every day around the same same time before I go to bed, just because it's a routine, and I usually, because I don't have many protein shakes in a minute after sessions, and I used to take it in my protein shake. I forget, and I don't train at the same time every day, so I want to try and keep it same time every day, so I have it just before I go to bed, which is roughly the same time, give or take like hour, 2 hours or so, and then I know I've had it, and like, so it doesn't actually matter when you take it, as long as you are taking it 5 grams a day, every day. Try and aim for the same time, roughly. So when I said earlier, in terms of like, it don't matter who takes it, I would probably take it even if I didn't do exercise. It's true, because it doesn't have to be, it can be taken by anyone. You know, it doesn't matter what level you are, male, female, just take it. Like I say to people all the time, take creatine, like, as the one thing. If I only had one thing to take for the rest of my life and I stopped everything, it would probably be creatine, like not including like multivits and stuff, just like supplements, like pre-workouts and stuff. It's like creatine is the best thing for you. Like fully the best thing for you. Literally magic. Some added stuff I want to say is that there has been recent studies in the past year, 2 years, mainly in the last year actually. There's a lot of studies that come out as saying now we know it's now beneficial psychological as well as physical. So, I'm just trying to go off the top of my head here now. But I'm pretty certain Parkinson's, it's been shown. Again, a lot of these studies now I'm going to go into, there's not enough to say it's a surefire thing. There's enough to say it is potential, and it has been shown in certain studies, but they're not all on humans. Some are just in rats and animals at the minute, or there just aren't enough studies yet to kind of back it up. Because if you have 1 or 2 studies that say it, it's like, yeah, okay, well done, but there's a lot of variables that go into studies. They might not be the best studies ever, so we need more, and I imagine there will be more coming out over the next year, 2 years that will suggest this possibly. But it's been shown to help Parkinson's, especially. It's shown in a study where patients who took part in physical exercise and took creatine benefited more than the ones that just took part in exercise without creatine. So there's that. It's been shown recently, my brain, I should have wrote this down, in dementia. It potentially can help with dementia and basically a lot of psychological illnesses and diseases. It potentially has been shown in rats, mainly in animals, that creatine can help these issues. Obviously, we're completely different as humans, but there are stuff that's suggesting it's going that way. And as I say, in the next year, 2 years, hopefully a research that comes out that just really shows that. And then, as well as like diseases, it's been shown to actually just help cognitive ability, so in terms of memory. And again, a lot of these studies have been done in elderly population, and it's shown to like help with memories and like prevent memory loss and help just brain function in general. And again, in terms of stuff that say it may help, you've got like, it may help pregnancies, it may help like heart health, diabetes as well. Diabetes, it can help lower blood sugar. That's actually one that's got quite a lot out on it in a minute. Not enough again to say yes, but that one will nearly be there, I think. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. You've got heart health, cardiovascular problems, you got physiological problems, psychological problems, performance benefits. Like, to be fair, I've not said one bad thing, and yeah, I'm saying all these might be, and there might be this, might be that, there's not enough out yet. There's no side effects or negatives to taking creatine. So it's like, even if these things aren't true, we don't know that yet. So you may as well take it, and you might get benefits, you might not. But we know there are a lot of proven benefits, i.e. physically, we know there are loads, but now we're looking up here, and there are potentially even more. So it's like, why wouldn't you take it at the end of the day? Like, it's cheap, no side effects, has loads of benefits. Like, to me, it's like, I don't understand why people don't, to be fair. I just don't. Like, females, I can understand a little bit, because they're looking at the water retention side, and they're like, I don't want to put on size, good bulky. It's not going to be that bad. Trust me, it will not be that bad at all. It's when some guys go, I've been on creatine for like a month, and I'm huge. You're not that much bigger, you're just more full of water, you're just holding water in your muscles, so they look a bit bigger. But yeah, I guess they are technically a little bit bigger, but not like actual muscle mass size. But yeah, I think I've covered everything. I'm really, these videos annoy me because I did write notes down earlier, and I've gone through like the list I wanted to. I actually did write more notes, and yeah, I lost them, I don't know where they went. So hence why like the second part of the video might be a little bit jumbled, because I wanted to try and remember everything I said. I wrote loads of cool stuff down, it was sick, but I can't find them. Basically, yeah, I just still wanted to get across kind of the importance of what it is. If anyone's got any more questions on it, wants to know anything more about it, like comment, I can reply to it and explain more, or message me. Usually Instagram's the best place to do so. Link will be in the description. Go down there and follow me. Yeah, I really just hope I got across what I wanted to. I probably didn't. I'll probably again sit there editing and go, well done, Rye. you failed. As long as hopefully you guys got something from it and understand a little bit more at least about what creatine is and why you should take it and what it does, then you know what, I've done my job. I can always do another one of these in like 6 months times saying why you should take creatine, just an updated video, probably a bit better. So in 6 months, look out for creatine, why you should take creatine version 2. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go. If you did like the video, you know the drill, thumbs up, hit the comment button, write something. Can't hit a comment button, I meant hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button, become a subscriber to the channel. If you haven't, the bell that's next to the subscribe button, click that as well, because that lets you know when a video goes up. If you don't click it, you won't know a video goes up unless you check. So hit the bell, then you're going to get a notification saying Ryan Healy has uploaded a new video right now, go watch it. He's very happy that you do. So yeah, comment, share, subscribe, like, all that good stuff, and I'm going to see you hopefully next week with another video. Until then, goodbye my friends.